Hi, I'm a nice guy, people pleaser, but I wonder what's inside. Today we're going to be talking about nice guy syndrome. Those were actually some lyrics I wrote for one of my songs. And when I write my music, it's a form of shadow work. The nice guy syndrome was a part of myself, my shadow self, a very big challenge that I had to face. Growing up, I was seen as a nice guy. Sometimes people would say, Tristan, you're too nice. I never really understood what that meant until later on in life. Now, this whole nice guy syndrome is also a big form of people pleasing and a lack of self-worth. Very big lack of self-worth. So this, for me, it stemmed within childhood, where I was grown up to see that if I were to do a certain set of things or be really nice to the other people around me, then they would see me as somebody that's likable, somebody that has worth. But that, growing through life, that's not necessarily the case, because I've been walked over so many times, and I've also seen the negative aspects that come with being a nice guy. I'm going to use some examples from my personal life. When I was serving at Red Lobster, there would be times where we were just super busy and we had to run food for our other servers to the other tables so that they can get their food out on the table. We were on like a little time crunch. And I, myself, being somebody that is an overachiever, an overworker within that environment, I would put myself aside to essentially run this food for my other servers in hopes that they would like me more, and also in hopes that they would help me in return run my own food to my own tables. But there were times where we were so busy within the restaurant that I would be running other people's foods, and when it came to people running my food, where my food just on the counter, they wouldn't run it. And so that really pissed me off. That really got me bitter. And I started to see that even if you're nice, that doesn't get you everything that you want. People will either walk all over you, see that you have low self-worth, low self-esteem, and they could take advantage of that. And on the darker aspect out of it, it is me essentially overstepping my own boundaries in hopes to get that likability from the other people around me. So that is a form of manipulation. I was essentially manipulating other people without me even being aware of it until now. Even with relationships, you can see this with nice guys. I was there. It's like you would do a certain set of tasks, overstep your own boundaries. You make your intentions known. The other person rejects. You continue to set your time aside and, let's just say, give them flowers, or just do more things towards the other party to where it would seem like you're a nice person to get them to like you. That is also a form of manipulation, and that's also a form of people pleasing. You're overstepping your own boundaries to please another party in hopes for them to like you. That's manipulation. And that was something that was very hard for me to come into terms with, that I was actually doing. And now, what I have learned is boundaries. That was something that I was lacking ever since childhood, was having strong boundaries within myself. And I have came to the conclusion that I can still be nice, more kind, and still respect my own self and not put myself down. And I can also be seen as somebody that's worthy without lowering myself on the worthiness scale, essentially stepping all over my own self. And when I do that, people seem to respect me more because I have stronger boundaries. I have more respect for myself. People respect me more, and people like me more because I like myself more, and liking myself more as in stronger boundaries. Having strong boundaries for yourself is not bad. It's a form of self-love, self-care, self-respect. To beat the whole nice guy syndrome, you're essentially not being nice to yourself. So to beat it, you have to be nice to yourself, and that includes incorporating those boundaries. And another thing to really realize is that you are worthy. Big emphasis on worthy. You don't have to do anything to prove your worth. You're just worthy because you are. I am worthy because I just am. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I just am. And that's where the whole mindset shift that happened for me in this past few years, just realizing and revealing the shadow aspect about myself. It was very hard to navigate because I genuinely do like to help other people. I get happy when I help other people. But if it comes to helping other people and not helping myself first, I need to work on that. That's something I had to work on, is helping myself first before I'm able to help the others around me. Essentially showing my self-respect before showing others respect. I don't know if that came out exactly right, but the nice guy syndrome is definitely a manipulative energy, and people can see right through it, especially now. It's a form of people pleasing, you trying to get something out of the other party with hidden motives. And when you're operating out of this nice guy syndrome, you are not operating out of authenticity. So if you really want to be authentic, it's okay to say no. It's okay to have strong boundaries, to really step in your own power and be who you are. It's okay to ruffle some feathers. You have to just operate in your own power. And when you do that, people will start to respect you. I think that's also the term, like, nice guys finish last, or bad things happen to nice people. It's because when you're so nice, your boundaries are just getting overstepped. And when you enter a relationship dynamic, if you're being so nice, the other party can sense that, can see that. And they might even have the thoughts of, oh, this person's so nice, what if another individual comes and does kind of something similar to what I did? Would they just be nice to that other individual as well and have less boundaries, low boundaries for themselves, and move on to the other party? Or what are they trying to get out of me? Instead of just being firm with who you are, being authoritative, speaking your own truth, and just having it all out there, just being your authentic self. It was very challenging to get out of that nice guy syndrome. And I might even still have some of that aspects lingering around within me. But now that I'm aware about it, I'm able to find the triggers when they come up and work with them. So I just want to shed light on the whole nice guy, people pleaser syndrome. It is a form of manipulation. I'm not proud of it. I wasn't aware of it. But now that I am aware of it, I can work to be a better person. Work to be kind. Work to have my boundaries. Work to see my own worth. Because I am worthy just because I am. Take care.